Hey, it's Mel with We Can Code It again. Right now, we are going to create our first Java program called Hello World. If you don't have the Eclipse IDE installed, please go ahead and do that now. And once you have it installed, go ahead and launch it. It'll be launching here. Go ahead and just choose the workspace that's default here, and it's going to open Eclipse for us. So you'll see Eclipse opening here. Just go ahead and close that little welcome window. It's pretty annoying. We're going to go ahead and create a Java project now. So in Eclipse, click File, and then you'll see New. Click that, and then Java Project. You're going to name the project Hello, and then a dash or a hyphen, and World. Make it lowercase. Go ahead and click Finish at this point. So next up, we're going to create something called a Java class. It's a similar process. We have a project now, and we're going to create a class for this project. So go to File, New, Class, and then make sure under Name, you type Hello World, and this is called Pascal case, capital H and capital W. Now, also, check the box that you want the main method there. And it will open like this. It's created sort of a stubbed out, it's called a stubbed out class for you, along with a method. And that just means there's some, it's just set up properly for you, so you don't have to type all this stuff out. This stuff's pretty standard. And you'll see here, as we break it down, we have something called a class. And a class is a container of sorts, and it helps identify what kind of code you're in right now, essentially. And you'll just see it right there. There's also something called a method. Now, methods are functions or messages. You can think of them like that. And we have one built out called main. Every Java program starts in main. It's like your front door. Next thing I want to focus on are these curly braces or curly brackets. Sometimes you'll just hear me call them squigglies. They open and close blocks of code. And you'll notice that certain things are children of others. For example, the main method is a child of the class Hello World, and so it's inside those brackets. The main method also has brackets, and we put code inside the main method. Right now, we just have this comment here from when we auto-generated this code. That was that little checkbox we clicked to say make a main method before it made that. So we're going to swap out that comment that says to do, and we're going to actually type some code out. So when the program starts, it heads over to the main method, and then it starts reading from top to bottom, essentially, within any given block of code. So you'll see system.out.println or print line, and then in parentheses, we have Hello World, and Hello World, because it's a string, it's in quotes. Now we're going to go ahead and run this statement. You'll also notice that statements end with a semicolon. So let's go ahead and run it. Right click, run as. Okay, there we go. And do you see down at the bottom, it says console there, and it printed out Hello World in the console, just like we told it to. So that's what that line of code does. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive here. So Hello World is a type string. Java is something called a strongly typed language. We have strings, we have integers, we have different numbers, we have booleans, etc. And in this case, we're typing string literals. Therefore, we put strings in quotation marks. Let's try a different one out here. System out println, I can code it. Notice it's a statement again. It ends with a semicolon, and the string I can code it is in double quotes. So let's go ahead and run that just the way you ran it previously, and you'll notice in the console window down at the bottom it printed it. And it printed it in the order of which we wrote it. We said first println hello world, then go ahead and println I can code it. Let's try some other data types. So here are some numbers we're going to try out. We're going to start with system.out.println 42. What Java is doing is it's casting this number, it's called casting, a number into a string. It's smart enough to figure that out when it's using println. Now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to do it with a decimal, 1.23. Notice, we're not necessarily putting these in quotes. We could, we're just not. Again, it's casting it. Finally, look at what we're doing here. We're adding two numbers together. Definitely do not put these in quotes, or it will actually print out 2 plus 3. It won't print out the result. But without the double quotes, it will evaluate that 2 plus 3 to 5 first, and then print out 5 because it's casting it from a number to a string. I know this is a whole lot of information. As you can see here, I'm sort of highlighting, trying to at least, what the system out printlns are doing, and you'll see them in the console below in the order that we put them in. Yeah, go ahead and look at it and go ahead and play some more. Have a little bit of fun here with system out println.